Okay, so in this reading, we're going to look at SOMI, and the first half of the reading, I'm going to pull about her career and how she feels about it and where she's heading. The second half of the reading, we're going to look into her love life, because we're nosy. Okay, me jumping in from the future. So the second half of the reading really took an unexpected left turn, and I really need to reiterate that everything I say is all alleged. I love SOMI. I'm just reading cards, and I'm not trying to make her look bad or any other type of way. I have no qualms about what she chooses to do, and I hope she's safe, and I also low-key hope that I'm wrong or I'm misreading things. That being said, everything I say is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, and with peace and love. And let's go. SOMI's career, working with people, sometimes it's collaboration. That she was announced to be in like a movie, right? Soon? This might be it. Hermit, that's like coming out of your shell, starting to do things again, and this is working deliberately at something, diligently practicing your craft. That's like a contract. Or a collaboration, or the separation, but it's like either a contract gone bad or like the parting of ways, the separating of ways in business. 5. Oh, that's like getting over something that didn't go your way. Oh, I feel like people with SOMI, people are always like she's stuck in like the Black Label's basement. To a degree, it's kind of reading as that, almost like she was limited in some way intentionally, and she didn't like it because this is the Hermit. When in the reverse position implies that you were like either isolated or kind of like pulled back or held back or alone for like long periods of time. But this doesn't seem like her own doing per se. It's almost like someone told her to do this or maybe forced her to, because this is like collaborations. I was like, I'm ready to go out, like I'm ready to work. So it seemed like this card, the 5 of Cups, in the upright is like grief. So in the reverse position, it would be like getting over spilled milk and focusing on your own opportunities. I think she actually had to work quite hard to get this opportunity. Not necessarily like from an acting standpoint, but from like whoever is in charge of her, like getting them to like permit her to do this. And I really don't know why. Then she got this card, the 6 of Swords in the reverse position. I just have to say what I see, even though I don't quite understand it. To me, it's almost giving like either the movie's not going to go through, or like there's something. Well, I don't know why I'm focused on the movie right now, but there's something that she's working on. It seems like something big. It could be anything though. It could be like a big brand deal, like, or she's going to be like the brand ambassador for somebody. There's something like a big project that she's working on, and it's almost like that's going to be like pulled back, because I see her walking towards something and someone like with like a giant hook like wrapped around her waist and like pulling her back. Like no. Because this is like, in the upright, this is like transition, moving on, going somewhere else. In the reverse, so it's sort of like, go back to where you came from. Or, it doesn't have to be like fully, but it's like slow down, someone's slowing her down. There's somebody that like really is like controlling of her, at the very least. It seems like somebody in charge of her career in some way, and I really don't understand it. SOMI, I think, says that she likes the way her career has unfolded, although her fans are like, girly Bob, like, you never come back. And she has like a comeback a year if we're lucky, you know what I mean? And I'm a huge fan of SOMI. Love her, love her voice, she's so pretty. The World is completion. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position can be bad luck, but it can also be like the slowing down of time or the delay of time. And then you have the Knight of Swords, which is rushing towards. Oh, to be honest, it seems like she's in like a kind of like a tug of war, especially because this is a contract, but it seems like between two people and SOMI's in the middle. I don't know if she's like managed by like two entities, or like one entity is trying to like get her to do something. I'm really not sure. Or like a company versus like the Black Label. Because there's something about somebody fighting for SOMI and wanting her in something or to do something, and then like some other person that has known her longer is like, no, she's not going to do that. And it's weird. SOMI's in the middle. I think she has a lot of opinions, but it's almost like she doesn't have a lot of say. It's very bizarre. She's like persuasive, but she ultimately like can't make the final call on that. But I see her being like tugged between two things, almost like someone sees her profitability, her marketability, or her skill or something, and it's like she would be perfect for this, and like something else is like she's not going to do that. Very weird. They're in the middle of it though. It's like there's talks of it. Whatever. This is completion though, but completion of what? I think she'll get her way in the end. To be honest, I think SOMI is somebody that has longevity in the industry, even if she's not like, I think she has immense star quality and potential, but it's almost like she has longevity because people just like, it's almost like everybody sees her like potential, but nobody really knows how to like work with it, or she's being held back by that. There's something around it. But SOMI's been in the industry for a very long time, and like, I think everyone is sort of like waiting for her to like, you know, kind of like be a shooting star in the sky, and it's never happening. And it's either because somebody is literally holding her down, or it's like it just like isn't gonna happen. It's really weird. She has longevity in the industry though. So I don't think you should be worried in that way, like she's gonna fall into irrelevance. It's almost like she's kind of like in the background and you just kind of know of her and see her and like are almost like waiting with bated breath. It's odd. The strength in the reverse position, a lack of feeling empowered, sometimes biting the hand that feeds you. I say this every reading, I know I do, but it seems like her company is holding her back. I get so hesitant to say that because I say that every time, but it really does. I believe this in my heart of hearts. The Black Label is a subsidiary of YG. If you watch any of my Blackpink videos, I'm like, YG is like, they behave funny, they move funny. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like they just don't care that much. It's like they are sitting on like a gold mine and they don't care. It's just sort of like, like it's bizarre. It's like I don't know if it's poor management or it's just sort of like we don't care to bother. It's like she's a shooting star. She wants to burst up. She has there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of charisma, and then there's like energy that's like forcing her down. Like no. And I guess it would be her company. I don't know who else it would be. Unless the energy also feels masculine, but it might be, I don't know, like if she had like a secret boyfriend or there was some sort of like sponsor that she had or something like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, King of Wands, that can be masculine energy again. It's usually like performative, flamboyant. So it can be somebody in the industry. Usually it would be more front facing, but doesn't always have to be. Very displeased in some way. And this is a lack of stability or foundation. I think she's been trying to get out of her contract, to be honest. I don't know when she renews, if she recently renewed. There's something about, well, I don't know if this is her contract related to the Black Label, but there's something that she is bound to that she wants out of. Because this is like, this is both an agreement, but it's also a foundation. And sometimes it can also be like a portal or a pathway, whatever. Anyway, in the reverse position, it's sort of like, I want to break this structure. That's what it's giving. Sort of like, I feel disempowered, I want to break this structure, but there's something in my way. It feels like masculine energy. The thing is like, I can't quite tell. I feel very certain there is somebody, it seems like a man, looming over her. It might be the Black Label, it might be somebody, some other influence that we just like don't know about, or at least I don't, because I don't follow her that closely. Maybe she's dating someone, he's very controlling, I'm not sure. But there's something about like, I want to break free, and I can't, for whatever reason. But like, she genuinely does want to do more, and like, I think she, it feels disempowered in some way. I don't know. Anyway, 5, 6, 7. This is like shadiness. Sometimes it's lying. Sometimes it's doing something kind of like underhandedly, under the table. Page of Swords. This is like young energy, but it's like very noble. You see the difference between these two images? And it's sort of like, I'm stealing. And this is sort of like, I'm in the wind. Like, I'm so pure. Page of Swords is somebody who's very honest, but is not always nimble with their words, almost like they like speak very bluntly, or there's not like a level of like persuasion there. And then you have the Hierophant in a reverse position. The Hierophant is a card that talks about like rules, policies, establishment, structure. In the reverse, it's like doing things differently, avant-garde, a little bit kooky, out of bounds, less boundaries, less structure. It seems like there's something weird going on. This card happens every time I'm reading anything having to do with YG or a YG idol. There's something kooky or weird going on. Almost like somebody's lying and somebody knows about it, but this person would be younger and is like watching that other person. It's sort of like this guy is like trying to get away, but is facing this person, and this person's like watching them, like ready to like swing their like sword. It's giving like, I know you're lying, but you're more powerful than me. There's something weird about it. I don't know. There's weird energy around SOMI, I'll be honest. I can't put my finger on it. I have no idea. The Hierophant, though, is trying to break out of norms. I really strongly believe she wants out of whatever she's in. It might be her contract. It might be an aspect of her contract. It might be something she agreed to. But I feel like I want to crawl out of my skin almost. Like I'm frustrated. Like I'm wearing clothes that are too tight. That's what it's giving for SOMI. Anyway, 5 of Swords. Lots of swords. Swords is communication as well. The 5 of Swords is like wanting to fight, go back in for a fight, or like, sometimes they can also talk about like having to almost like defend something but not doing it well. Swords again, which is like unhappiness. It can be nightmares. It can be anxiety, depression. The Temperance in the middle is like a lack of balance, a lack of giving and taking. I don't know if SOMI's doing well. But this is complicated because these came later in the reading. So at the beginning of the reading, I think she is working very hard. The first cards were about like, I'm collaborating with people, I'm very diligent about what I'm doing, like there's a lot of work to be done, but we didn't get a lot of emotional cards. The middle of the reading was sort of like, I don't necessarily feel very empowered, I want to break free. And this is sort of like, I'm in conflict, I don't feel in balance with myself, or there's a lack of like balance, there's a lack of nurturing or maybe growth, and there's stress. SOMI's been at the Black Label for like 6 years. Is her contract almost up? There's something about it. To be honest, I kind of suspect she will renew if she hasn't already with the Black Label, but either the terms will be much different than they are now, or like something about, it doesn't have to be the Black Label either. I keep coming back to that. It's something she's agreed to and can't get out of though. I'm gonna ask if SOMI is dating anyone. I actually don't know if she is. I didn't look it up, so I guess we'll just, we'll see. The World, that's a lack of completion. Sometimes it's time as well. The King of Pentacles, it's usually like a YG card, specifically, but it's in the reverse position, which is usually like dissatisfaction. King of Swords, that can be sometimes dishonesty or like speaking ineffectively, especially from a place of power. King of Cups, this is concerning. Position. That's like masculine energy, a king who is very emotional, emotionally balanced, who's in equilibrium. Very masculine heavy already. It's really weird. Knight of Pentacles, that's like money. That can be like going towards money, being able to generate money. It's also slow and steady. The Page of Wands, I hate this. I hate this. I don't know what to say. Page of Wands. I'm gonna pull more cards. I don't know. I'm stressed out actually. You know why? Because like idols are so private and you never really know. You never really know. I was like, it's gonna be something cute. She's gonna be on her girl boss shit. Maybe she has a boo thing. This is very different. Ten of Cups in the reverse position is like an unhappily ever after, especially when it comes to family, or it can also sometimes be like couples. The Magician is not being able to manifest what you want, and the Temperance is a lack of balance. This is weird. I don't know what to say, actually. We've stepped into something. I'm laughing because I'm stressed out. This isn't funny. Let's pull more cards. Ace of Pentacles is like a reward for something. The King of Wands. Lots of kings all over the place. Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to speak very like vaguely and in circles, and if you pick up on it, you pick up on it, and if you don't understand, I'm happy for you. So let's go back to the beginning. I kept pulling cards, so I was like, maybe it's not, but this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. I don't know anything. So we got the World card, and that's a lack of completion. Sometimes things going round in circles again. Sometimes it's like going back into the past, whatever. Anyway, but she got a King of Pentacles, a King of Swords, and a King of Cups all at once. These are in the reverses and the upright, but that in this specific reading doesn't necessarily matter a lot. It's more the indication of like masculine energy, especially energy that is older than you or powerful than you, or in some way is like has more power. Knight of Pentacles is like money, slow and steady money, or in sometimes like the Knight is almost kind of like offering you something. And then you have the Page of Wands. Wands is I often read as like passion, it's energy, it's action, but sometimes it can also talk about like sexual energy. Anyway, and then you got this, which is unhappiness, and that's important, and you have couples right here. And then you got this card, which is the inability to manifest something typically on your own. It's like you don't have all the things that you need to get what you want. And then this is a lack of balance. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is like a reward. So it's sort of like there is a lot of masculine energy that is kind of helping SOMI out. I like SOMI. I'm not trying to slander a girl, and also I really don't care what she be doing in her free time. So this is a reward, right? This is like we're offering you something. This is another masculine card, and this is the Ace of Wands, which is like the Ace of Wands is like a phallic image. And there's a lot of masculine energy around her, which to me is kind of giving like she maybe does things to get money, as we all do in our own way. The thing is, like, this reading's bizarre because her energy is not very present, but it's also not very heavy either. It's almost like, yeah, like, I don't think she would like go on a talk show and be like, this is what I do. But it's like, if you were friends with her, you would probably know about it, and she'd be very like casual. She'd be very laissez-faire. She'd be like, yeah, like, sometimes. There's something about it. It's almost like she has another job that is maybe less K-pop idol-y, or gets opportunities through being a K-pop idol is maybe a better way to say that. And there's a lot of masculine energy, but she gets like compensated quite well for it. I don't know if she's really dating. I'm stressed out. I'm surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised. I don't judge anyone. I don't know anything. I'm just reading cards. I don't know anything. I don't judge Miss Girly for what she's doing, because she doesn't seem really bothered. That's the other thing. She doesn't seem in distress. It's very like, this is like, it'd be like if you we're just talking about your job, and it's like, it's just a job that I do to make money. That's like the energy it's giving. This is like under the table. Judgment, well, it can talk literally about judgment. It can also be judgment day. Sometimes it's also an awakening. This sometimes can be like becoming more honest because it's in the reverse position, and this is being off path. We're getting into more like existential, the cards like trying to like coach her on her life. And the Hermit. I think that makes a lot of sense, because in the when I was talking about her career, and it's like there's somebody that's under her thumb, or there's like masculine energy, I do to a degree think Somi is being controlled, maybe blackmailed, or would be blackmailed. Because the thing is, she just seems like most K-pop idols in her energy, where it's sort of like, I'm just hustling, I'm just doing what I need to do, like because you know, idols are often told where to go and what to do, and you're not like super in charge of so much of your career. She gave very typical K-pop idol energy in that way, and most K-pop idols I read are kind of like tired or like stressed out, but I think most people are in the world. But it's almost like there's like controlling energy around her, and it seems like she gets money. I think she gets money. I wouldn't say she's necessarily forced into doing anything, but it's also like, I think if you're doing something like this, you would be in a position to be blackmailed. So it's almost like it's not so much someone is actively blackmailing her, although that like exists in the background as a possibility, but it's more like she's walking a tightrope, but she's also getting money. I think she's paid quite well for what she does. I don't know. Listen, you can hate me in the comments. Everything is all legit for entertainment purposes only. I like Somi. I'm a huge fan of her. I rock with the girly bop. I don't have any qualms about how people get their money, as long as everybody is safe and it's all chill with everyone. I wish Somi well with her movie. And peace and love. This was so unexpected.